do a more complex problem where there's distributing on both sides and variable terms and non-variable terms on both sides. Okay, so it's really not that difficult once you know what you're doing. So let me try to break it down for you. Okay, so when you see a number next to a parenthesis, right, like that, that means that it's multiplication. So 2 times this parenthesis. That means you have to do 2 times this W and 2 times this 8. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do first. So 2 times W minus 2 times 8. Don't forget about this minus 1 over here. Right? Then I didn't do anything else with anything else over here, so I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm going to tell myself what I did. Distribute 2. Okay. Now I'm going to simplify it. I'm just going to do the simple multiplication really fast. So 2 times W is just 2W, and 2 times 8 is 16. By the way, I got this minus sign because it was a minus sign up there. And I didn't do anything over here, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Cool. Now I can simplify this side even further, right? So notice this term has a W, and these two terms don't. So I can combine those together. These are kind of like your pouches, and these are kind of like your coins. So I can't add pouches to coins, but I can add coins to coins. So this says I have negative 16 coins and then lost 1 more coin. So in total, I have lost 17 coins. Right, so I'm just going to simplify that side. And again, I didn't do anything over here. Try to limit yourself to only 1 step per thing. Right, so here I simplified. And here I did, I combined like terms. Right, because I put negative 16 and minus 1 together. Okay, now I'm going to do this side of the equation. So I'm going to distribute the 3 the same way. So I have to do 3 times 2W plus, because there's a plus sign right there, 3 times 1. All right, I didn't do anything to this side of the equation, so I'm going to tell you that I distributed the 3. Right, now I'm going to simplify it, so I didn't do anything to this side of the equation. But 3 times 2 is 6, so now you have 6 W's. And 3 times 1 is 3, and I simplified. All right, now you have a variable term on both sides, so you want to try to get those together. So I'm going to cross off 2 W's over here and cross off 2 W's over here, just like we did with the pouches. Right, so when you're crossing off, you're really just subtracting. Right, so I'm going to subtract 2 W's on both sides. Right, tell myself what I did. Subtract 2 W's on both sides. Okay, so now I'm going to write down what I have left. So 2 W's minus 2 W's leaves me just with minus 17, and 6 W's minus 2 W's is 4 W's plus 3. Okay, so now I have all my variable terms on one side, but now I have to get all of my non-variable terms together. See, 3 and 17, right? No variables. Okay, so to get these positive 3 coins to join these negative 17 coins, I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. Okay. Subtract 3 on both sides. Cool. Now I'm going to do it. Negative 17 minus 3, feel free to use your calculator, that is negative 20. equals 4W, and 3 minus 3 is nothing. So now I'm just left with 4W minus 20. Remember, 4W is really just 4 W's. I just told you there were 4, so I didn't have to write out 4, right? So think of these as 4 pouches sitting over there. And I have to somehow split this debt up into 4 equal piles, right? So 4W just means 4 W's. And since this means I want to know how many each 1 W is worth, I'm going to break this up into 4 equal parts. Really what you're doing is you're just going to divide both sides of these by 4, right? Because I want to break each of these up into 4 equal piles, right? And I want to know what 1 W is. So if I divide that up to 4, it leaves me with just 1 W. Feel free to use your calculator, but negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5, and negative 4 W's divided by 4 leaves me with just 1 W. So now I knew that there were negative 5 coins in each bag. So I tell myself that I divided by 4 on both sides. All right. Well, now we need to check. So we always go back to the original equation, right? We want to make sure that our answer of negative 5 is correct. So to check our work, I take the answer of negative 5 and I just replace it everywhere I see a W. Right? Since this is negative, you may want to put it in parentheses because this needs to be 2 times negative 5. Now I just use the order of operations to check it out. So we know that we have to do parentheses first. So I'm going to figure out what is inside this parenthesis. So negative 5 minus 8. So it's like if I had $5 of debt and then I lost $8 more. I would have lost $13 in total. And then over here, these parentheses are a little bit trickier. It's going to take 2 steps because first I have to do this multiplication. Right? So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 plus 1. Then I have to continue with that parenthesis, right? I'm not done. I have negative $10, and then I found $1, which still leaves me in debt, but only $9 in debt, right? And now I have to do this multiplication, right, on both sides. So I need to know what 2 times negative 13 is. So use your calculator. That's negative 26 minus that 1. And then I have to do 3 times negative 9, which is negative 27. Now I just have this simple subtraction left. So I lost $26 and then lost another $1, which means I lost $27. And negative 27 equals negative 27. So since both sides equaled the same value, we now know that the answer of negative 5 was correct. I hope this helped. If it did not, please let me know where you got confused, and I will try to do better next time. All right, thanks.